Hey guys, kinggath here with another patch for Sim Settlements. This is patch 3.1.4, which I'm calling City Planners Assemble! Apologies if I broke out your eardrum there. I am so excited about this release. Today is the release of the City Planners Toolkit. Now I'm doing this in a patch note video because there is a patch for Sim Settlements that you're all going to want to grab. It's a tiny bug fix patch that will prepare your game to make sure that these community release city plans will work well for you without any hitches. So this is a patch note video in that regard. There isn't anything to show you in the game, which is why we're going to cover the City Planners Toolkit. I also want to cover it because there's some things you're going to want to know even if you're just a player. And the first is that the City Planners Toolkit enables Sim Settlements to do something that I haven't discussed before that I think is very powerful and going to be a lot of fun, especially if you're on Xbox. And that is, we have a set of tools that can convert transfer settlement blueprints directly into mod files that can be loaded onto Xbox and then imported through the City Planners desk, just like you would a normal city from Rise of the Commonwealth. So that means that Xbox players now have access to any settlement design a PC player has released on transfer settlements. So that is what I anticipate the first few days of after this launch to be released. So if you see city plans starting to pop up on Nexus and Bethesda in the next few days, they're most likely going to be just transfer settlements blueprints converted over in a way that anybody can use them on any system. So the actual city plans that upgrade and act like the Rise of the Commonwealth settlements, I think we're going to take a little bit longer to develop, and that's what this toolkit is all about. Now, if you're on Xbox, this is probably the end of the patch notes video for you. Just keep an eye out on Bethesda.net for new city plans to be available. If you're on PC, whether or not you plan on releasing community content, this kit is for you. Now, the reason this kit is only available on PC is because it does require place everywhere to use correctly, because there are a lot of funky items in this toolkit that will not build correctly without it. So this toolkit is not only tutorials, but it is several mods that unlock thousands of buildable items from both the vanilla game and from Sim Settlements, and there's also a patch for Far Harbor that adds some new assets from that. So this unlocks tons of new buildables, and we're going to continuously expand the mods that are included to unlock more and more items. And why would we do this, you might ask? And there's a couple of reasons. One is that there are a lot of items in Sim Settlements that aren't available in any other mod. For example, the things we've created custom assets for, like the settlement signs or our Good Neighbor Neon kit. And then we've also got a lot of items that are covered by other mods, but the advantage to having them in Sim Settlements is that when you create your city plan to share with the community, you'll know that all they have to have is Sim Settlements, and they will be able to use all of these thousands of items. Whereas if you were building with a lot of different mods from the community, you would need to make sure that each player had those. So by switching over to using our toolkit, you'll know that every player of Sim Settlements can use your designs. So it's a very, very powerful system, but the trade-off is that ours is a little rough around the edges. There are some issues like no snap points on a lot of our new items. There are preview issues in the build menu, so it's definitely not as clean to use as the other settlement mods, but I think the benefit of being able to share your creations without the player needing any other mods is too powerful to pass up. So for those of you looking to use this as a toolkit for community release, that's your reason. For players who just like building in workshop mode, there's a lot of new stuff available through these mods that aren't available anywhere else, or isn't available anywhere else. I don't know how I just used my words wrong there. Anyway, so what I want to do now is show you guys how easy it is to use this toolkit because there is no creation kit work involved whatsoever. Everything can be done in the game and on our new web app, which is the City Plan Creator, and that is linked and explained inside of the toolkit. But what I'm going to do right now is show you part of the steps involved in converting a transfer settlements blueprint into a mod file directly. So I have taken Gopher's Nordhagen Beach build, downloaded that from the Nexus, and we're going to load that into the blueprint slot here. We're going to name this Gopher's Nordhagen. Gopher is our designer. Wow, I cannot type today. And then Gopher's, wow, Groper. Wow, I got a new name for him. Groper. Oops, sorry, buddy. Gopher's Nordhagen Beach Settlement Design. Sure, we don't need all those words, but whatever you want to type in there. And that's it. And then you click create ESP or create ESL file, and it will dump out a mod file that will work. You can load that right up into the game, or you can upload it to Bethesda.net or to nexusmods.com and share it with the rest of the world. I will warn you guys, you should only share designs you created yourself unless you get explicit permission from the creator. Otherwise, this would be breaking Nexus and Bethesda's terms of service. So definitely ask for permission if you're going to convert other people's transfer settlements designs. I would also recommend you go through the tutorials. Don't just release what I did, because one of the downsides of doing what I just did is that Sim Settlements doesn't know how to scrap things, and that's something you have to teach it how to do, and that is covered in the tutorial. It's a simple process, but you do need to go through and do that. But the point is here is that you don't need to do anything in the creation kit. We found a way to generate mod files on the fly through a web app. So I'm excited to see what everybody does with this toolkit. I'm excited to see all of these transfer settlements blueprints finally being available to Xbox players. And with all that said, take care and enjoy the mod.